What's going on, everyone? We just got done with a crazy 4-week period. We had the Big Apple Card Show down at Madison Square Garden in New York. We had the Fenway Card Show at Fenway Park here in Boston, the Dallas Card Show, and then Dallas Collecticon, all back to back. 4 weeks of traveling all over the place, picking up cards, selling stuff, getting Astral Radiance in, getting the new Dragon Ball set in, and we have not had a good chance to actually look over cards we picked up. So unfortunately, a lot of really cool cards have came and went, but I did want to go over before we hit Charlotte Collecticon this weekend what we have that I think were probably the coolest pickups, the most expensive cards here and there, just really cool things that we have in inventory right now moving forward. So starting off with the raw cards, we picked up a pretty nice trainer lot. Let's bring this mic closer. Picked up a nice trainer lot. We got Rosa, Lily, and the two Cynthias. There were some other really cool trainers in the lot. These are probably my top 4 picks. And also, these are already pre-sold. So someone reached out to me through Instagram. If you guys are ever looking for singles, you can always hit me up through Facebook, Instagram, at TradingCardEmpire. We don't have like a running public list of inventory, except for sealed product, but always have new singles coming in through the shop. So that's that for the trainers. Then probably my personal favorites, a bunch of Skyridge Hollows. So we've been back and forth picking up Skyridge, Aquapolis, and Expedition e-reader Hollows. Skyridge I think are my favorite. They're kind of PC at this point, but also always go out in the showcase just in case people are interested in picking them up. But honestly, they're some of my favorite. I think the Hollow's super nice. They have a lot of swirls on them too. So let's check them out. So we've got Dugong here. This one's got a swirl on the right and a half swirl on the left, which is awesome. We've got a Machamp. That looks pretty good. Letty, and this is actually one of my favorites. I feel like it reminds me of Midsummer Night Dream. Little Shakespeare book right there. Houndoom, also probably one of my favorites. I did have a PSA 9 Houndoom from Aquapolis that we traded. You might have seen that in the Dallas Card Show vlog. Magneton, this one we just picked up at Collecticon. I did trade the Jolteon for it and a few other cards, so lost to Jolteon, but I think this artwork is better. Jolteon probably has like the worst artwork in a lot of sets, to include the Gold Star and Skyridge out of all the other evolutions. Then some alt arts, so always good to pick up some evolutions. We did have an Espeon at some point, a couple Umbreons. The Umbreons never stick around, those always sell pretty fast, so Glaceon and Sylveon there. This was a nice pickup. Ivysaur, Legendary Collection Reverse Hollow. Really clean. I might send this off to get graded, but for a near mint raw copy, someone might want it for their collection. This one is pretty nice. We got a couple Weiss cards in here. Probably gonna get back to Pokemon here in a second. But we've got a couple Weiss hits we picked up, a couple SPs. These are really good resale value if you can pick up any of the secret rares. I got the Marine and the Sign-On there from HoloLive, and I think this is Sword Art Online. Yeah, Sword Art Online. All right, now on to the Charizard section, maybe. I actually had one more e-reader. Let me flip that around. Steelix Hollow from Aquapolis. I think this is like the last Aquapolis Hollow we have in inventory at the moment. We do have another lot on the way from the Netherlands, actually, if you believe it or not, of all e-readers. Really like this artwork, as well as the Steelix EX from, I think, Unseen Forces. Next, we got an EX Dragon Charizard Hollow. Probably the most unique Charizard art out there. We've got a Charmander Hollow. Also EX Dragon, but this is a City Championships version, so you can see it's got the City Championship stamp right there, where an EX set would have a little set stamp. Pretty cool card. One of my favorites, Ho-Oh from Neo Revelation. Pretty nice hollow there. And we've been through a bunch of Rainbow Zards last few weeks, so we keep on picking either Rainbow or Shiny Charizards up at shows, either Slabs or Raw, and they always sell. So right now I think these are the two big ones we have. Who are better? Let me know in the comments if you guys like the V-Star or the V-Max better. Personally, I'm going V-Star, man. I think him kind of coming out and attacking you is pretty cool. All right, on to Slabs. So these are basically various trades, various purchases. Some of the cheaper stuff I'm not really going to show off. Like there's like an Ursaring Hollow, PSA 8, I think. Not too expensive of a card, but I want to show you guys the exciting stuff. Some of it does have a price tag on it, some stuff doesn't. It just is what it is. So first off, we picked up a PSA 6 first edition aka Shadowless Blastoise. We did also have a Venusaur that sold at the Dallas Card Show to Ash Ketchum, or whatever that guy went by. He had the crazy gold chain thing. You'll see that later. Sold that, sold the Blastoise. Then my personal favorite card probably ever printed, a PSA 9 Shining Charizard. We did have one. We sold it probably, I think, beginning of April, and then we just picked up this one at the Dallas Card Show as well from I think the Card Plugs. So picked this up and a couple reserve list Magic cards. Always love having this in the case. It's on the business card, and yeah, I mean, just to me, it's the best Charizard, better than the base set. So always got to pick it up. Gold Stars, I did actually trade out the PSA 9 Torchic and the PSA 9 Metagross we had. Got some pretty good deals, and it just made sense. I can always pick this up later. I really hate getting rid of Gold Stars, but I did what I had to do. But we picked up a Raikou at a card show not too long ago. So that's just floating around in there. And this is probably my favorite section here. So the Skyridge lot. I think, like I said, Skyridge for some reason just really good about having swirls on it. So again, this is one of my favorite arts, PSA 9 Skyridge, and you can see on the bottom right, it's got a nice swirl there. Looks just, I don't know, really good, man. Raikou, picked this up from Cloud TCG, and it's got a little swirl in the bottom left. If I can get that, yeah, there it is. Bottom left, really cool card. Again, I think artwork and the hollows from Skyridge are just really nice. Cloud and I have done a bunch of business recently, so got to show some love back. Picked this up from him on his stream on whatnot. Starmie, another cool one. This one does not have a swirl. Well, actually, let me take that back. It's got a partial swirl, kind of like going underneath him. Kind of hard to see it, but you can see it right there. It's like almost a complete swirl. But yeah, another PSA 10 Skyridge. These are Skyridge PSA 10s are really low pop, so I'm always happy to pick these up. Would love to save them, but they also look great in the showcase at shows. Then this was a nice little PC pickup as well. Someone came to me. They had opened, I think, 20 cases of the Marvel Weiss set. This is actually from the trial deck though, but a PSA 10 Iron Man. I think I got a pretty good deal on this. I'm not sure I'm going to sell it or not, but it is pretty cool. I do have a couple Marvel boxes we're going to rip on this channel very soon, so stay tuned for that. CGC 9 Mewtwo Delta Species. That looks really cool. You don't see this too often in a PSA 9. It goes for about $250, $275, so I priced it down a little bit. Wouldn't mind keeping this one. The front is super clean, and I feel like these are just so hard to grade. You don't see them a lot. Any kind of reverse hollowing is just too easy to pick up scratches on the front surface. But we also got a PSA 7 Dragonite Delta Species, also a cool card. This might go to Eric if he wants to pick this up from our inventory. This was a pickup for a friend of mine. Rockets Mewtwo EX PSA 9. Saw this at the show, and really cool card. Already kind of sold, so I was just like an immediate pickup for a friend. So, if you guys are looking for anything particular because of the amount of card shows we go to, let us know, and we could just charge a small finder's fee for picking up the card for you and try and get you a good deal. This was a huge pickup, I think. Speaking of Rockets EXs, PSA 10 Rockets Sizer EX. That is just a badass card. I really like the dog trio, especially the Entei. I think the Entei is probably my favorite art of the three. But these are super low pop. The Silver Border EXs are some of the coolest cards in the history of the game. And getting a PSA 10, I mean, really can't go wrong with that. Might send it in to get it reholstered though, just because the label is actually an old 2 cert. So kind of want to get it to match the newer PSA printing to look a lot better. And last but not least, we have another really cool card, PSA 10 first edition Ditto from Fossil. Last sold, I think, is around 1,200 or 1,400, something like that. So even though the population is relatively high, because it's a PSA 10 first edition from one of the first few sets, just has really good value. People are trying to complete that set, and I think it's a card that will appreciate over time, but never afraid of putting it in the case. And someone, I think there's a lot of Ditto collectors out there too, someone want to pick this one up. But that about sums up all of the single card pickups from the last few shows. We are heading down to Charlotte this weekend. I don't know when this video is going to come out, but heading down to Charlotte, Collecticon, going to hang out with Cloud and Pokemon Butler down there, and probably just, walk the event. Dallas Collecticon, we were so focused on being at the table that, it's kind of crazy rushing out to like go check out a table here or there and see what was up. So, it would be nice to walk around and try and make some deals, make some trades, and not have to worry about, attending the table every time. Part of tradition, I will bring some packs to hand out to kids there. Probably one of my favorite things is, seeing kids smiling when they get a free pack, and the parents are always appreciative, and, it kind of makes their whole show. And for me, that's important because it's something that I appreciate as a kid when other people in the community, other players, other collectors, whatever, were looking out for me and, not necessarily give me something for free, but like, it's still just nice. And it makes your day when you see a kid smile like that. So, that about wraps it up for now. So we got Charlotte, and then we're going to Miami TCG Con. Then I think I will be at the Arlington, Texas show. So back in Dallas again. And then finally the New England card show, June 25th. So still got another 4 weeks ahead of us of card shows before we finally get a break for the July 4th weekend. But really looking forward to it. And we're going to keep on pushing out content as best we can. So stay tuned, guys. Catch you later.